with yours truly. I'm the one and only. I go by the name of Mr. TALIAFERRO. Please make sure you're following your boy. It's on Instagram. And it's at Mr. TALIAFERRO. As always, at Mr. TALIAFERRO. You know, I gave away Amazon gift cards, a lot of them. Salute to everybody that got one last week. You know, I love how that played out for the most part. People were very grateful for, you know, some people won $10, some people won $25. There's people out there that won $100 from your boy in Amazon gift cards during this very tough time in America. I love just doing that and giving back so much. I'm going to do it again. All right, I don't know the date, but you want to be following me on my Instagram at Mr. TALIAFERRO. I mean, I'm at 10,000 followers, appreciative of the love and support y'all giving your boy. So that means the announcement might not happen on my YouTube anymore. It might happen on my Instagram account. So you want to make sure you're following me at Mr. TALIAFERRO to find out how you can win an Amazon gift card. I'm doing another giveaway soon. I just ain't I haven't put the date out there yet, all right? Wink, wink. So I think there are not any other names more synonymous with the beginning of trap music than Gucci, Jeezy, and T.I., right? Those are the three guys, right? When we talk about the start of trap music and the legacy that has followed behind it, you got to start that conversation with Gucci, T.I., and Jeezy, whatever order you want to do it in. Those are the forefathers of that era. Ironically, Jeezy and Gucci ain't never got along. I would argue what pushed trap music forward is the fact that Gucci and Jeezy didn't get along. That was kind of what really got the ship moving with trap music. Obviously, T.I., he made his claim in there, and a lot of other down south legends made their stake in trap music. And it is what it is today. Arguably the most popping genre of rap music out there, as rap currently is the most popping genre of music altogether. So recently, T.I. had Young Jeezy as a guest. I can't even call him young no more. Just Jeezy on his Expeditionally podcast. And I'm kind of shocked that T.I. asked Jeezy this question. But straight up and down, T.I. asked Jeezy, yo, what would it take for you and Gucci Mane to end y'all beef? I kind of got thrown in the beef because you my guy. What would it take for Jeezy and Gucci to put their issues behind them, to show some of these youngins in the trap music genre, or just as fans of music, to show some of these youngins like, yo, even the legends can put issues that they had and which people have died over, they can put it behind. Listen to Jeezy's response.
Justin, you start dying. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, speaking of trap music, now I can't, we can't have that conversation without addressing the elephant in the room.
Okay.
There's a third member of the Mount Rushmore of trap music.
Okay.
That either one of us don't really, care to mention or speak to that much. Now, what do you think is necessary to bring that shit together, if anything? And I understand we dealing with somebody who temperamental themselves, and
Yeah.
Our shit that we got with us versus their shit that they got with them makes it extremely problematic. But in the best case scenario, how could that shit happen? Because that, to be honest with you, that's the biggest motherfucking move for trap music that can happen in the near future.
I mean, I just feel like they got to be one of them mafia backroom conversations, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it got to really be a convo. I mean, what I've learned over the years, man, is like, this shit big business. People that went to Yale still do business with people that went to Harvard.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? So it's just one of them real convos, man. It's been decades.
Yeah. I mean, we talking about Gucci, by the way, just for those of y'all who don't know. And I mean, like, to be honest with you, like, I ain't, like, for real, I think Cuz looked at me a certain way because I stand solid with you.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, I ain't got shit to do with that shit, but fuck it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was always my position. Even though I tried to, set my differences to the side and just be, cordial and so on and so forth. That shit didn't go far. But I think that for the people of trap music, it's hard. Like, You know, even like for instance, in the Trap Music Museum.
Right.
I'm not gonna do a Trap Music Museum and try to leave a nigga out. Like, to me, that's hating.
Right.
You
right,
dig what I'm
right,
saying? So
right.
I'm gonna be inclusive. I'm gonna be inclusive, and I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna always speak from a place of logic. You know what I'm saying? So logically, is there ever a time where the three of us could sit in a room and walk out and say, man, that shit dead?
Well, to be honest, to keep it all the way solid, like me and brother sat down and had a real conversation in a sushi joint. You know what I'm saying? We sat down
Jeezy and Gucci in a sushi motherfucking restaurant having a conversation, a real conversation. How did that go? Like, what?
It was close.
It was close.
Yeah, I can't lie, it was close. But I think he got locked up or something around the time.
Yeah.
And the communication just, went
well,
dog.
When you do time, it usually happens.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, it was close. It was real close.
Your pay grade really happened in that Jeezy and Gucci feud back in the day. So I get it. I will say this. I respect the question from T.I. I respect the response from Jeezy. I did not know that him and Gucci got in the same room. Another comment that I respect from T.I. came a couple minutes later in that interview when T.I. even acknowledged that, and this is crazy to me, T.I. says that Gucci Mane was actually at the hospital with him when he had his son King, and he really doesn't understand how can someone beef with him when you were at the hospital with me when I had my child. And T.I. also admits that, part of the reason why, as hip-hop artists, they even play into the beef is because of their fans.
I was on work release when I was doing my time. Matter of fact, before I got out completely, before you came to the Pink House,
right,
I was on work release, and Tamika was having King. So they let me go to the hospital, and I was sleeping in the hospital while she was in labor with King. And Cuz knew Clay and I believe Snake and, you know what I'm saying, all of them. And they kept telling me, yo, you need to meet with bro. You need to meet with bro. He want to holler at you, And I'm like, nigga, I'm in jail, nigga. So the first moment I got was the motherfucking when I was at the hospital and Tamika was in labor. So I said, well, if you want to come up here, I'll meet him up here.
right.
He came to the hospital while my wife is in labor. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to welcome King into the world. And I we walked around the visitor room, we talked, you know what I'm saying? And we had a positive conversation. Now mind you, some of the music kind of missed me. So I'm I don't have nobody that I've gone to the hospital while they were having a child that I got problems with. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nobody who done came to the hospital while I was having a child that I ain't good with. I don't really understand the logic behind it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I went through, it was the same shit with Ross. You know what I'm saying? And
nigga, I remember telling you, man, let this shit go. I remember, man, look, man, how can we let this shit go?
And it was a real conversation, man. Like, we sat down, we went in the room, we talked, and it was nothing.
You dig it? Because most of the shit boiled down to nothing.
Yeah, it was nothing, and I was just like,
it's our ego, bro. It's our ego. We get paid to convey the message that we the baddest motherfuckers in the world to other people who feel like they the baddest motherfuckers in the world, or who think so little of themselves that they need to listen to the baddest motherfucker in the world to feel better.
I mean, but at the same time, it got a lot to do with a lot of shit that's around you, bro. Because at the end of the day, like with that conversation could have been had with me and Ross. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was too many people in the mix. People coming back. I'm going to Miami. You gotta take extra choppers with you. I'm like, what?
A lot of times, listen, man, we also be thinking about what is everybody gonna think,
right?
If
and I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's what my mentality was. Because I remember when I first walked in the room, we went to do War Ready. And I just remember walking, and I came by myself, by the way. You know what I'm saying? That's how straight up I am by my business. I came dolo.
Right.
And I walked in the room, he had all these people in there. And I remember like the first 3 minutes, we just talking.
Right.
And it just kicked. That's the first thing that kicked in my mind. Yo, what my fans gonna think?
That's some real stuff, man. I respect all parties involved. You know, it's dope because I've been a fan. I'm 26. So my life aligns with trap music, like becoming the biggest genre. Like, that's literally all I've ever known. If you want to be real about it. And to see the people that I look at as legends, like T.I., Jeezy, and Gucci, all three of them, to see at least two of the three maturing to spaces where they even at a point where they can have a conversation about Gucci and mention him by name. And to see Gucci, you know, I don't think Gucci's in that mature space with his beefs, but he's definitely, you know, leveled up financially, physically, his relationship. He's married now. Man, it's really dope to see. Because I'm getting older, you know what I mean? Even though I'm only 26, like, I'm maturing at a crazy clip. And to see, like, people that I love that was on some foolishness back in the day and would tell you that, like, to see them become family men and, you know, just like, yo, I want to be here for my kids. Some of these dudes got kids around the age as me. Like, it's really dope to see. And I don't believe Gucci's going to be on board. With all that being said, I don't believe Gucci's going to be on board with getting in a room with Jeezy again and really hashing this out. But to be fair, I had no idea that Gucci and Jeezy got into a room. If I'm listening to Jeezy correctly, he's saying that him and Gucci got into a room and talked about their issues right before Gucci went to prison. I'm guessing the last time around. But then Gucci goes to prison, and obviously whatever progress that they made, you dead that because Gucci is jammed up dealing with a lot of other stuff, and then he went through it with the lean addiction and all that. So I learned something today about, you know, the Gucci and Jeezy saga that will never end, it seems like. Y'all let me know in the comment box below if you're a fan of this culture. Probably are, if you follow my platform. Would you want to see in 2020 Gucci and Jeezy not only end their differences, but do music together? Are you there as a fan? Or are you one of the people that T.I. was talking about, in which he said, you know, one of the reasons why it's tough for me to end my feud with certain people, and, you know, Jeezy spoke about how when he ended his beef with Ross, 3 minutes in, he thought about, you know, damn, what are my fans gonna think? Are you at the point where you're like, nah, I still want these dudes to just stay on one side and the other stay on that side, because I've known that to be the case for so long, and because to a degree, let's call it a spade, these guys are tough guys in our mind, and when we're going through some real ish, we want these guys to be the Superman that we painted them out to be in our minds. So let me know where you at with it. This is a great convo. I can't believe we're having this one. But it looks like T.I. and Jeezy, T.I. by default, Jeezy was actually in a real beef with Gucci. Looks like he's ready to have another conversation with 1017's own Gucci Man LaFleur. Are you here for it or not? Let me know in the comment box below. You want to make sure you're following me on Instagram at itsmrtaliaferro. That's when you'll find out more details about my next giveaway. I gave away a couple $1,000s in gift cards just a few days ago. Ask anybody who won, they'll tell you that I did it for real, and I'll do it again. I'm out.